Welcome to the Fret Frontier. Today we will be exploring a therapeutic harmonica called the Pulmonica. It's made by the Seydel company, which is a quality harmonica manufacturing company based in Germany. And the build on this harmonica is nice and smooth. You have a plastic comb on it. The ends are rounded. Okay, and the metal case is very airtight around the holes where you're going to put your lips and blow, so it's comfortable to play. So though the Pulmonica looks like a regular diatonic harmonica, your 10-note blues harmonica, it's actually a patented air-resistant device for respiratory therapy that you could carry in your pocket. It's targeted to non-musicians, so it's tuned to the key of G major in such a way that it always sounds great just by breathing deeply in and out anywhere on the harmonica. But besides the different tuning, this harmonica is pitched much lower than a standard diatonic 10-note harmonica. This allows it to produce deep, resonant tones, so the reeds in here are pitched very low, and the user will feel that vibration in their sinuses and in their lungs. So it encourages belly breathing, so you're going to breathe all the way down through your abdomen, which is great for respiratory health and also for relaxation. So it helps treat lung disorders such as COPD and asthma. And the key things it can do as a therapeutic device are build lung strength to treat shortness of breath. It loosens congestion in both the sinuses and the lungs from the deep vibrations that occur while it's playing. And then from the deep breathing that it encourages, it relaxes the mind and body through this deep belly breathing that helps reduce anxiety. So you get the Pulmonica itself, and then you get a cleaning cloth with the company logo on it. And then you get what Seydel provides as a sleeve for their harmonica. So you don't get an actual case, you get this soft shell sleeve, and this is a snug fit. So I have never pushed my Pulmonica all the way in there. I just use a regular harmonica case for it. So if you have one of these harmonicas or you're interested in one and you want to play songs as a part of your therapy, you can go to the Pulmonica website and use the free song samples that they have out there. So they provide a couple songs. They have MP3s out there. You can play along with the background. But you can also get a Diatonic Harmonica songbook filled with whatever songs you might like to play, as long as you know the differences between this Pulmonica and a diatonic 10-hole harmonica. So you can figure out how to transpose the songs in a regular harmonica songbook to use on this therapeutic instrument. First, I'll give you a sound sample of the various instruments so you know, you can hear what the differences are, and then I'll show you in terms of diagrams what the note differences actually turn out to be. So here's a sound sample of the Pulmonica just for reference, level setting us. Okay, and now we'll compare this to a key of G diatonic harmonica. So this is a marine band harmonica, also made in Germany. Hohner, great company. It has a wood comb in it rather than a plastic or resin cone, so it's more susceptible to changes in weather and moisture and humidity. And you'll notice the Hohner brand harmonicas have a squared out end, so that can be a little sharper on the edges when you're playing it and cause a little bit more player fatigue, but still wonderful instrument, very airtight. And I'll just give you a sound of this key of G diatonic harmonica, just blowing in and out. Okay, so you can hear that it's much higher in its timbre than the Pulmonica, even though it's a key of G. And then you'll also hear there were some differences in the notes, right? You know, you hear different chords, especially down here. Very different than what we were hearing down here on the Pulmonica. I'll give you a quick sample here. Very much major scale oriented here. Okay, and then I'll show you an example of a harmonica that generally your harmonica songbooks are written for. If you get a regular popular songbook for diatonic blues harmonica, it'll be in the key of C. So this is a key of C harmonica made by the Suzuki company. This is the Blues Master, and you'll notice it's very similar to the Pulmonica. Again, we have the rounded sides and edges. We have a plastic comb. And on both of these harmonica styles where you have the plastic comb, you generally have the ability to take the case off if you want to do disinfecting and repairs on your harmonica over time. So you'll see that there's little screws here that you could take it apart. Same thing with the Pulmonica. On something that has a wooden comb, like our example here of the Hohner Marine Band, this is riveted in. So this one you can't take apart actually to do any repairs on. So it's a nice feature. Here we go. I'll give you the sound sample of key of C. Just in and out. So this is the highest of the bunch. This is way higher. So you see the difference that the Pulmonica is trying to make by getting these really deep reeds and that nice resonance. And as you play this, the longer you play it, the more you feel it vibrating. You immediately feel it in your lips and your sinuses. And as you go along, you can really tell it's vibrating in your lungs, and eventually you feel it all the way down into your rib cage. So this really does bring a lot of vibration into your body. So now we've heard the difference between our diatonic harmonica and our pulmonica. And now let's take a look at why those differences exist. So here's a map I'll put up on the screen of the tuning for your diatonic harmonica. I've mapped this out using notes in the key of G. So it's mapped based more on this Hohner. And when you're doing these translations, it's not going to matter. We're looking at the actual placement of the notes, and I'll show you that in the map when we get to that point. But here's your basic layout in this diatonic harmonica map. So you can see on the top of this diagram, the blow notes on the top row, and then the number of the hole on your harmonica. And then if you're a non-musician, not familiar with the harmonica, your holes are numbered with 1 over here on the left-hand side, and then they're numbered sequentially up to 10. That's over here on your right-hand side. So these are the names of the notes that you'll see in this diagram on the top for our blow notes. So when you're pushing air into the harmonica, blowing out, that's considered your blow note. And then your draw note is when you are pulling air out past the reeds, sucking air into your lungs. So then our draw notes are underneath the 10 holes here. Now in comparison, here's a chart showing the mapping for the pulmonica map. This is also done in G, just to give you a point of reference. If you're a musician, you want to see which notes are there. Again, the blow notes versus the draw notes. The blow notes are on the top of this diagram, and then the draw notes are on the bottom. So now I'll blend these together and show you the two maps superimposed on each other. In this diagram now, the notes produced on the diatonic harmonica appear on either side of the 10 holes of the instrument, labeled as rows B1 and D1, so B standing for blow, D standing for draw, and the notes produced by the pulmonica appear as rows B2 and D2. So I've highlighted the differences between the harmonica tunings by highlighting the letters in red. So you'll see the text for those letters in red. And you can see if you just get a regular diatonic songbook and you try to play the songs using the pulmonica, things will not line up. So when you get a songbook for harmonica, you'll be provided with the numbering system and indication or notation showing you if you should blow or draw air across that hole. So these differences then in what the letters are related to those holes will cause some inconsistency. You'll still get a beautiful sound, but it won't sound like the song you're trying to play. In the next episode, I'll walk you through how to take a song that is set up for your diatonic harmonica, translated to your pulmonica so you can play it, and then you will have ultimate power to buy any songbook you want for the diatonic harmonica and play those songs on your pulmonica if you so choose to. Thanks for joining me in this episode. I hope you enjoyed learning about the therapeutic harmonica, the pulmonica, and I will see you in the next episode.